Et salut tout le monde, c'est Drakaïne. On se retrouve donc aujourd'hui pour une nouvelle session de notre aventure sur Final Fantasy XVI. Et la dernière fois, nous avions vécu de grands moments d'émotion en vainquant Bahamut et en ayant retrouvé Joshua qui nous accompagne. Et nous voilà dans le désert pour nous rendre à Canver, la cité où est actuellement Mid, et Gab aussi accessoirement, hein, donc tout au sud, voilà, juste ici. Pour les sauver, parce qu'ils sont juste complètement en train de se faire attaquer. C'est la merde. Surtout qu'en parallèle, c'est pas montré, mais quelque part par là, il y a le navire volant, si j'ai bien compris, ou juste le navire de Barnabas qui est en chemin. Je veux dire, c'est le bordel. Mais du coup, let's go.
My Lord Marquis, it is an honor. I am Yote, Knight of the Undying, charged with the protection of His Grace Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix.
Of course. It all makes sense now.
Would you care to elaborate?
The Undying are loyal servants to the ducal throne. Or more specifically, to its heir. They have served our family for generations, albeit from the shadows.
Since their inception, they have been tasked with the preservation and enactment of the rites of ancestral communion. After the events at Phoenix Gate, it was the Undying who delivered me to safety. And since the day I left Rosaria, Yote has been my constant companion and protector. Without her sword, I would not have survived my journey across the realm.
Rise, Lady Yote. You saved my brother. I owe you a debt I can never repay.
I but did my duty.
Come now. Tell us what you've discovered.
Your Grace. It is as you feared. The vessel we spied off the coast of the Crystalline Dominion on the night of her fall. It was the Einherjar. Beyond any doubt.
The Black Galleon.
Joshua, the Einherjar is the Royalists' flagship. What business would they have in the Dominion?
Upon learning of Waloed's involvement in recent events at Drake's Fang, I sensed the malign influence of Ultima, and bid Yote and the Undying look into the matter.
We have reason to believe that the Black Galleon weighed anchor shortly after the fighting began, and set a course due south.
For Canva. Then it is Waloed knights who besiege the cities.
What is left of them, yes. And the Black Galleon sails at but one man's behest. Barnabas Tharm.
But are we truly safe here in the Agora?
The city guard have been paid, if that's what you're implying.
All the more reason for them to run.
Well, you are free to leave, Lord Minister.
Markets abandoned, warehouses aflame, blackened hulls choking every port in the capital. Canva is ruined.
The realm teeters on the brink of chaos, and all you can think about is commerce!
Forgive us. We were not aware Dhalmekia now subsisted on charity.
Not quite.
How dare you?
Distinguished members of the Council, you must forgive His Majesty this intrusion.
What is the meaning of this?
A trifle crowded, but I fear it will have to serve, my liege.
Very well.
My colleagues, do you not see? The king! He has come to save us from the Akashic! He is a gift from the heavens, divine intervention, our very salvation.
And of course, if it is compensation he requires, we would be most willing to negotiate a fair price for services rendered.
Fools! Your ignorance unbecomes you.
Your Majesty, correct me if I'm wrong, but I would swear that the fiends washing the cobbles of Canva with the blood of her citizens wear the colors of Waloed. Ha! So you do not deny it. Guards, fetter them, and see our guests to the dungeons!
Enough. Pathetic creatures. That you should imagine yourselves worthy of salvation. The girl is still here, somewhere in the city, her consciousness fair dripping with her late father's hubris. A consciousness to which Mythos is inextricably bound and inexorably drawn. See that he is made welcome.
Yes, Your Majesty.
Come, Mythos. Surely the prince's light cannot have sated you.
Eh ben, Odin, il déconne pas.
So then, how long has Waloed been under Ultima's control?
How long indeed? Based on what we know of Barnabas's actions, I would guess some few years, mayhap more.
But to what end? What does Ultima want?
The tapestry. Show them.
By the flames.
Phoenix Gate, Drake's Breath, and now here. But what is it?
It is old, ancient, even. Naught remains of the faith it represents, save what can be gleaned from the image itself. None could tell me what the one in the apothecary meant, even the Undying. But I believe it may be the key to discerning Ultima's purpose. That figure in the center, the one beneath whom the icons congregate, that I believe to be Ultima. He is a god, or at least godlike, his very existence beyond our ken. The icons, and by extension their dominants, are meant to be his subjects, and while some, like Barnabas, have accepted this role, others have rejected it, like you, Clive, which is rather inconvenient, as it appears he needs you most of all. And gods don't like to be disobeyed.
No, I don't suppose they do.
Clive, may I tell Yote of the lake?
By all means.
Yote, I will be accompanying my brother to the Free Cities. Whilst we are afield, I would have you watch over those Clive has made his wards. Omielos delan tuisag ilith. Though well concealed, the hideaway lacks trained fighters to defend its occupants should they be discovered.
But it is my duty to...
As it has ever been my brother's duty, remember.
If that is your wish, Your Grace. But please be safe. If aught were to befall you,
You have my word.
Farewell, my lord, my lady.
We are in your debt, Yote.
Let's find our friends.
Eh ben, sacré morceau, hein.
It's plain she cares for you very deeply.
And I her, which is why I had to let her go.
Sacré morceau, hein, là ça.
Who among you is bold? Is that blade
pour
for
autant, c'était
hire,
le truc.
perchance? Because I have a mind to make a killing.
Figuratively, I hope.
Well, a passing caravan carried with it a rumor most fortuitous for one in my trade. That an elder Dread Evis had been sighted in the fields of Korava. Dread Evis are aggressive beasts. Compelled as they are to acts of violence, few survive to maturity. But those that do develop a heart.
A hide you want to sell?
Eventually, yes. Though I would have it tanned first that it might be crafted into marvels the likes of which the world has never seen. Dread Evis skin is a rare thing indeed. But the worked hide of a well-aged beast. Now, that would fetch such coin that bring me that beast's skin.
All right.
Ah, c'est sûr que le ciel rose, il rajoute des effets, hein.
Of course you will. Leave Tabor through the east gate, but take the path that branches west. Once you reach the checkpoint, I eagerly await your safe and above all triumph.
Bon, quelques quêtes secondaires en plus. Nickel. Par contre, sur la tapisserie, il y a un truc que je pense, c'est que je sais qu'ils arrêtent pas de dire que là, ils ont pas arrêté de dire que ça devait être Ultima sur la tapisserie, mais étrangement, depuis la première fois qu'on l'a vu, je suis persuadé que c'est Ifrit. Et avec ce qu'ils rajoutent, je m'attendrais à ce que ce soit Ifrit possédé par Ultima. Qui va absolument nous posséder. Sacré bordel.
Finally. No one was paying me the slightest heed.
Is something wrong?
At the university, the students would hang on my every word. Sadly, this far from home, I'm just a vagrant greybeard.
Plus FF.
The university? You're a scholar.
A specialist in ancient cultures. The most accomplished in all Valisthea. In my heyday, no obstacle could have kept me from my studies. Yet here I am, a wizened windbag, bested. The answers I seek lying just beyond my... Would you do an old man a kindness?
Climb the stairs.
And memorize a few inscriptions for me. Assuming you know your letters, that is. Some courteous soul is rumored to have carved clues to Tabor's rich history into... 3 of them, to be precise. one each to the north, south, and east. I'm here in the hope that those carvings might shed light on a riddle I've been pondering for some time, namely, the otherwise undocumented origins of Tabor's unique people.
I can't promise I'll remember everything perfectly.
Remember what you can.
Intéressant. T'as une quête d'exploration de l'or. Ça change, on n'avait pas encore eu de ça. Les familles de chasseurs, bénies par la grâce de la nature, ont connu la prospérité. Il ne faudra jamais oublier tout ce que Tabor leur a accordé.
Farmers must have settled here in Tabor.
Le vieux qui veut pas. Ah, le vieux qui est fatigué parce qu'il est vieux, justement. La traversée des plaines dorées ici a mené des nomades fatigués. À Tabor, ils se sont installés. Leur gloire jamais ne sera oubliée.
What golden plains might the wanderers have called home, I wonder?
Not a scratch on them.
So it's these stones to Canva and the rest of the boxes.
Les gardiens du cristal mer ont posé les fondations de cet endroit. Tant que le cristal brillera, notre lignée jamais ne s'éteindra. Ah. Intéressant.
No history would be complete without mention of the mother crystals. I should speak to the old scholar before I forget everything I've read.
How are those new boots treating you?
The engravings were in good repair considering their age.
Oh, what that I could have seen for myself.
En même temps, ils sont à 20 mètres de toi.
Don't tease me now. What did you learn of this place and its people? Let's start with the engraving to the south, shall we? What did it say?
Merde. Ok, d'accord.
Guardians of the Crystal, the first stones of Tabor, sacred hold thy noble blood, till ends the mother's labor. I'm pretty sure that was it.
Fascinating. It would seem the founders of this city were descendants of those fallen charged with protecting the mother crystals. But whatever could have driven the Guardians so far from their sacred charges, I wonder? The engraving to the north is next, I think.
Ah, vu qu'il me fait faire quoi les trucs comme ça. Vu que c'est un questionnaire à choix multiples, c'est un peu facile.
Wanderers of the Golden Plains, lay your roots in stone. With pride recall thy noble past, and make these rocks a home. Or, I think that was it, at least.
No doubt you're right. There are vestiges of nomadic customs in Tabor its guardian roots could never account for. This is proving most enlightening. Now, for the final stone.
Elle, c'était la chasse. Béni par la grâce de la nature.
Children of the hunters, now tillers of the land, reap her promised blessing and give praise her gracious hand. That's all three.
And so, we add primitive farmers to Tabor's founding peoples, the final piece of the puzzle. 3 engravings, one for each of the 3 peoples to have settled Tabor in ancient times. Guardians of the Mother Crystal, wanderers from across the plains, and last but certainly not least, hunters turned farmers. Little wonder it was so difficult to trace the roots of Tabor's culture. Those roots reach down through 3 distinct traditions. Nonetheless, one cannot help but wonder why this fact is not better known among scholars. Given
too many stairs, perhaps.
Ha! Too many by far. Here, and thank you.
Et bah ça manquait de quêtes comme ça dans le jeu. Pour avoir des informations sur chacune des villes ou qu'on a pu visiter ou chacun des campements. Ça aurait pu être intéressant. Pas forcément d'aller à chaque fois chercher des stèles, mais de récolter des informations, ça aurait pu être intéressant. Plutôt que de livrer de la soupe H24. Ouais, il m'a filé un intake de plus pour ma collection. Hein? Je vais pas avoir le droit de passer. On va me donner un badge.
Cyril. How fares the search?
Well, Your Grace, my report shall be with you ere long.
Ah, yes. Yotei is otherwise engaged, at my behest.
And the duty of wardenship?
Fulfilled. For as you see, I've been reunited with my first shield.
I am Cyril, Knight of the Undying and bearer of the Burning Quill, charged with chronicling the mortal deeds of His Grace, Joshua Rosfield, Keeper of the Flame of the Phoenix, and rightful Archduke of Rosaria.
I entrusted Cyril here with overseeing the investigation into Ultima's origins. Findings from his brothers and sisters afield are delivered here to be collated and catalogued.
Just how many Undying are there?
Not nearly enough, milady. Yet we are glad to give our all in service to the Phoenix. Such is, and has ever been, our creed.
I see.
You have your associates, I have mine. But you may now think of them as ours. That won't be a problem, will it?
The Phoenix is our sun, and we but the shadows that quicken in his radiance. It is from the darkness that we serve, both him and now you. Pray accept this token.
Putain, mais je disais ça en déconnant!
For as long as you bear it, members of our order will reveal themselves unto you. If there is nothing further.
No. You are dismissed.
Your Grace.
Mais au moins, il n'y avait pas de chemin bloqué.
To Canva then.
We'll talk about this later. Cyril seemed very...
Je vérifie juste, c'est bon, il m'a rien débloqué de secondaire.
You certainly keep strange bedfellows, Joshua.
Eh, au moins ils ont protégé ton frangin. Mais bon, c'est littéralement les lames dans The Elder Scrolls. C'est l'ordre des lames, complètement. Hop là. On va aller faire la petite chasse.
Are you sure this is the right way, brother?
Non, c'est pas la bonne route, mais c'est la route du farm. Et ça, c'est important. Parce qu'en plus de ça, quelque part, il y a aussi une meute de chiens que je dois massacrer. C'est peut-être eux. En effet, c'est eux. Salut les toutous. Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy? Les autogarons. Les autogarons miniatures. Oh, putain, j'ai arrêté 2 jours. Oh! pas les aides. Elle me saoule avec son Bahamut, celle-là. Déjà, j'avais découvert un truc sur la face. Voilà. Et là. Là. On va le voir maintenant. Bahamut à froid là quand il me reprend, mais qu'est-ce que j'arrive pas à me mettre dedans. Nice try. Book, ça c'est récupéré.
Shouldn't have messed with the leader of the pack, eh, boy?
Il y a un coffre ou un objet caché ici, c'est pas impossible. Bah au final il y a que dalle. Bon.
Come on, run like the wind.
Là c'est un bouclier.
Time to fight.
Ici c'est ouvert.
Enough of you, are there?
Vous aurez retour. Aussi je me TP. Je pense que notre cible est là-bas. Chargez!
Old he may be. It looks like there's still plenty of fight in him yet.
Ouf, ça c'est fait.
This thing reeks.
Voilà, on rapporte la peau. La grosse bait. On a massacré la grosse bait.
Here's your hide, as requested.
I worried you might never return. Quickly, let me see it.
Vas-y, prends ta peau là.
Oh, as supple as a maiden's cheek, yet as adamant as her virtue. This is everything I had hoped for, and more. Clearly, my trust in you was not misplaced. You must be a hunter of considerable talent to have bested the beast with nary a scratch. Join me as my honored partner. With my means and your might, we shall be as wealthy as the merchant kings of Zemeckis.
I don't plan on making a habit of this. I'm busy enough as it is.
Very well. Though I believe fate had a hand in our meeting, it would be unbecoming of me to beg. Do not allow me to keep you from being about your business. Here, for the hide.
Ils sont super sympas les habitants de cette zone quand même. Hein.
Welcome, welcome. A fine choice. Of course. Anything else?
Si vous vous demandez pourquoi j'ai plus aucune ressource, c'est parce qu'en off, à part les contrats de chasse de rang S, j'ai affronté tous les petits monstres. Donc j'ai tout passé parce que j'en ai pris un peu plein la gueule.
Ambrosia won't help me here.
The free cities under sea.
Allez, c'est toi, direction camp vert. D'accord que rien d'autre n'a pop. Rien d'autre n'a pop, c'est parfait. Oula, il y a du monde dans le secteur. Et il y a du gros. Mais les gars. Ah, d'accord, c'est des orques. C'est pas juste les troupes de Valeux, ils ont aussi lâché des orques et des monstres du gris levant. Mon dieu, ça va être un peu plus chiant que prévu ça. Juste derrière ce rocher qu'il y a un chemin. Tiens, il me montre un chemin que je n'arrive pas à voir. Là. Et que dalle. Ok, tant pis. Et mon grand. C'est vrai que là, pour une fois, il y a des écarts de level. Après, ça c'est les monstres en pleine nature, c'est pas comme si c'était important. Faut juste voir ce que ça va donner quand on sera dans les donjons. C'est là qu'on verra si la donne change pas mal ou pas par rapport au fait que j'ai un peu farm. Enfin, alors mon farm, mais... explorer.
The free men are still holding their own, then.
Do we have any idea where Gav and the others might be?
There's a warehouse near the docks where we agreed to meet if there was any trouble. We should hurry.
Eh ben... Infiltration. Infiltration. Oh non, c'est une blague. Oh, c'est une blague, le jeu. Oh, j'ai pas envie. La branche.
Sounds like thunder.
You're late. We're starting to think you'd stumbled off a cliff.
I seem to recall that was you, Gav.
Good to see you. Any trouble on the road?
Nothing we couldn't handle.
I knew you'd come. Is that who I think it is?
Yes.
Allow me to introduce my brother, Joshua.
Clive's told me all about you. Or even listening most of the time. Name's Midadol, but everyone calls me Mid.
Midadol. Okay.
My lady.
Hey?
My boy.
Uncle Byron.
It's really you. I never thought I'd see the day.
So these Akashic are being controlled?
That's what it looked like. Empty eyes, eerie blue glow. No doubt they were turned, but silent as monks, every last one of them.
Your man here speaks true, Clive. We saw more than a few in the city. They moved in ranks with a purpose, and not of their own.
Ultima's doing.
Perhaps.
What of the city? The people?
Dead, mostly.
Mostly, but not all. A handful managed to lock themselves in their villas before the Horde arrived. Some in the Merchants' District to the west, and a few others on the far bank.
If the Akashic stumble across either hiding place, a few bolted doors won't hold them for long. We need to find them. And quickly.
What do you propose?
We split into two parties. I will make for the Merchants' District, while you look to those across the river. Mind keeping an eye on my brother?
Not at all. We find the villa and try the servants' entrance.
Understood.
And what of us?
Mid, is she fit to sail?
The ship, the Mithril engine could probably do with a few more tweaks.
Then you better work fast. Even if we do reach the survivors in time, they'll never make it to the hideaway on foot.
You leave that to me.
See that Mid doesn't get herself into trouble, would you?
Think I can manage that?
I'll keep him safe.
Looks like you stuck with me, Byron.
That's Lord Rossfield, you little gutter snipe!
Shall we then?
And you keep Clive safe.
Be careful. Both of you.
You too.